My jobs before teaching meditation was teaching yoga. I taught yoga in Los Angeles for about 5 years. And when I first started teaching yoga, I was doing what most new yoga teachers do, which was I was imitating the popular teachers, the ones that I looked up to, because they were getting the most people in their classes. So I thought, if I want to get a lot of people in my class, I need to start doing what they're doing. So I started speaking like them. I was emulating their moves. I was borrowing their jokes. And sure enough, people seemed to be into it, and my classes started to get a little bit more popular. But the problem was I never quite felt like myself. So every now and again, a part of me would just slip out. And I would do something that was against the grain, and people wouldn't come back to my classes. So I would go back and stick to the script and keep up the whole charade by emulating the other teachers. Then I heard a mentor of mine say something very profound that resonated with me. She said her teacher once told her that, like all teachers, she had to go through her own process of finding her voice, her teaching voice. And the only way to do that would be to stop emulating and parroting the other teachers and to force yourself to speak from your own perspective. And she said it took some time, but she started stumbling through her own phrases and her own verbiage, and her ideas began to crystallize. And that process lasted for a few years, but it forced her to figure out what she thought about the principles that she was teaching and to own her own knowledge and perspective. And the same really goes for any job, right? We all sometimes emulate the masters of our field, and we may disregard our own perspective as not quite good enough. But your perspective is what makes you unique. So use it, integrate it into your art, into your writing, into your work. My mentor said she lost a lot of students at first, and it was so tempting to go back to the pretend version. But she decided to commit to teaching from her perspective. And sure enough, after a while, the people who resonated with her perspective began to flock to her classes. Next thing she knew, she had risen to the same level as those who she was initially emulating, except now people were emulating her. And her words from 2002 that always stuck with me ever since I first heard them, I'm going to share them with you. Keep doing you until you is what they want. Thank you for watching. I add new videos daily, so make sure you click to subscribe so you don't miss out. And if you want to see the next insight, just click on over to the right. You can also follow me on Instagram at LightWatkins, and I look forward to seeing you next time.